that airplane to steer it in the various directions. In Yves's case, though, it's his body that actually does the steering. He turns his head to the left, it moves to the left. He turns his head to the right, he moves to the right as well. And that's what makes this situation so unique with him.
Right, well, Nick, right now we just see Yves is making his way out to that Pilatus Porter aircraft, walking out to the plane here. And this is just an amazing, amazing person. Now,
Final preparations obviously underway here.
Now listen, Nick, another big part of the speech. And he became a commercial pilot and got a chance to see the world.
I was on long range on Jumbo 747. It was very motivating to steer such a big machine. It's 360 tons.
He loved the challenge of flying the jumbo jets, and yet he also loved the speed and the power of his... Those images of him flying are so beautiful.
Front here, that's going to get him up to altitude in a reasonable amount of time. If you were taking this airplane on rough strips, it's got big wheels as well to help it land on that. Back here, we've got a strut. Now, this part of the airplane normally is used just to keep the wing up. It's there for that, but it's also there to help Yves grab onto as he's
to the position. It will be transported in the Porter up to launch site. Now, what Yves, or Jetman, what Fusion Man does is so extraordinary and so singular. If the people who have seen it on YouTube think there must be some sort of special effects at work, and that isn't hard to understand the Pilatus Porter right now.
Well, Jeff, you got to imagine that you know, we got to this point, and then he got the weather call saying that things just were no good at Dover. Again, we had just gotten off the phone with Sylvain Mondon from Météo France saying that the weather is good both here and also afterwards. And then finally, once he's in the airplane, and we'll be able to get some shots of him in the aircraft itself as they're going to altitude, strapping on the wing itself.
Okay, absolutely. That would be Bruno Broken help of the wing. A stall in a real-life situation is dangerous because he can lose altitude and go into a deadly spin. Looking, there he is, there it is.
And I'm not sure if you can hear that behind us, but you can certainly see it. The engine is starting. That's that Pilatus Porter, and that's the one that's going to get us to altitude, get him to altitude.
We are watching history in the making. There he is, Yves Voici, in for the flight. That doesn't look like first-class accommodations, but
you know, I have to say, for a man that's about to do this amazing feat, pretty calm to me. I don't know if I'd be that calm.
Well, he certainly looks a lot calmer than I feel, and there is the shot from the tower over the Calais-Dunkirk airport.
A couple helicopters also taking off in the air here. You can really feel the energy. Everybody sort of running around, hoping to get a last glimpse of Yves before he takes off as Fusion Man.
Nick, my heart has just started pounding. Those a trusted member of that team. He shot Yves, or rather, he's photographed Yves, I should say, so many times, but none.
Now we're starting to spin, and in behind them is the search and rescue helicopter that we were talking about before. They're starting their taxi, likely going to go through some of their flight checks here before they take off.
Now again, we're expecting roughly, once he gets out of the aircraft, a 12-minute flight to Dover. And we've got a good stiff breeze here on the ground. How do you think at different altitudes, Nick, this breeze will be? Will it be pretty consistent throughout the day?
Well, Jeff,
Amen.
That's Jean-Marc Bourne giving...
You can hear that turbine firing up. They're rolling.
This looks like it now. Nick, this looks like takeoff. Here they go. The wheels off.
What a beautiful sight.
Off they go now, which will be following the Porter up. Yves Voici may be looking at them saying, go away. That's as Yves Voici climbs towards the beach. We'll be back.
Unreal.
There he goes. There's Yves Voici. And I think the wing is open. The wing is open. So our first critical moment, it's open. He is down. Is he flying?
It looks like he's stabilized. He's starting to make his climb.
There's that 90-degree turn you're talking about, taking him out. He's out over the channel.
and away he goes. We might be able to see the porter. That was Jean-Marc take the lead, but there is Yves Rossi, Fusion Man.
There's Yves Rossi. There is no turning back now. He is over the English Channel and underway. Ladies and gentlemen, a historic flight has begun. Fly, Fusion Man. This is just amazing.
Unbelievable.
Well, he looks like he's got it well in hand. That looks like a nice state.
We see the other coast right now in Dover, but again, it's so hard, 35 kilometers away, to pinpoint.
We're in a gentle bank. Would you be able to tell?
Well, this is just it. You know, when you have a little, what a real shot. Look at that.
Well, you know, this man is a lifelong.
And there you go. So this is the part here now. He's coming under canopy. He's still got the wing strapped to his back. He's going to have to land into wind. And he actually, you'll notice when he comes down, he's going to be landing on his knees because he still has a 120-pound wing strapped to his back.
Well, as you said to me earlier, he cannot run this out with that on his back. Now, obviously, this man has exquisite skill when it comes to skydiving.
Oh, absolutely. That's right. You can see him there just coming in. You're going to see when he lands down, he'll try to land into wind. A couple of spirals for the audience there as well. And once he touches down, I think he'll be a very happy man. And of course, all of us so excited for him and just to be here and see this.
Well, you know, look at this. It's history in the making, poetry in motion. Yves Rossi coming in after a very successful flight.
Down to the last few feet right now.
Just riding that in. Now, do you think, is he just gunning it towards the ground to get this over with, or is he savoring these last few seconds?
I think he's savoring these last few moments. He's got to feel on top of the world.
Oh, absolutely. Look at that, and look at the people, just for one moment, but I think for everyone involved, such a spectacular image. Nick, this is the stuff of science fiction.
You know, Jeff, this is a man living his dream, as we were saying. He wanted to be fly like a bird since he was a child. He wasn't born with wings, so he built his own.
And today, he has flown those wings. Here he comes. See if he has one last little show in store for the folks in Dover.
You know, with that ground racing underneath him, or the water racing underneath him at 180 kilometers an hour, I think he's enjoying the sight, just the feeling of having made this historic moment. You see, he's got his hands up right now, so that's sort of the position he's getting ready as he comes in for landing. And what he's going to do as he approaches the ground is pull down on those toggles to slow himself down just a little bit, and then come in for a nice landing. Just putting himself into wind right now, as you can see.
There he comes.
Now, we were talking about where he might land. Because of some of the turbulence, it looks like he's landing in that alternate field. And there he is.
There he is. Yves Rossi has landed in England after, if we could get an official time on that flight, that would be terrific. That was fast.
Absolutely remarkable flight. And there's a look from the Pilatus Porter. You can imagine his entire team cheering him on. Just an incredible feat.
Well, this is a historic moment. This is one of those moments in aviation with an Atlantic crossing, with Blériot's Channel crossing. This is a spectacular moment in aviation history. Ground crew running out now. to Yves Voici that shoots still catching some of the wind over there. Look at that. It's over. It is done. That's it.
He's done it.
Many years of work, and that's it.
A couple of his close friends coming over to meet him.
Just a tribute. Look, this guy has worked for years. A dream, starting with a dream inspired by an air show when he was a child. He's worked his way through the military, through commercial flight,